Hello, and welcome back to the Arc of E podcast. My name is Noah, and I am joined this evening by my cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard,
Hello.
and my friends, Mr. Brendan Riley
Hey,
and Mr. Barham Williams.
no, hey there, hi there, ho there.
And we are here ostensibly because it's that time of year again. All of the sudden, it's time to get back in the pit to do some rounds. We've got some newcomers to this now annual tradition. Gav will be here shortly. This was something we covered pretty sporadically in the first season, but I think we managed to hit like every 3 to 4 episodes. We would kind of check in and be like, "Hey, what are you thinking of this? Where do you think this is headed, etc." I know Barham is newly initiated and binged. Are you fully
Season
up to
one.
date now, or just through
No,
season
how
one?
much of the second season is out?
Two episodes. The third will be out tomorrow
I've seen
evening.
the first episode
Okay.
of the second season, and then I was
Pat,
gonna watch the next one, but I fell asleep for the last. I literally just woke up. I've been asleep for the last 6 hours.
fair enough. Patrick, how up to date are you on the pit?
Well, fully.
Okay. And Brendan, have you seen the first two?
I've seen the first one. I haven't got to the second one yet.
Okay. Well, we can cap it at one. But given that you guys were not on any of those episodes, and I'm mainly curious because I haven't talked to Patrick at all about it, but yeah, what was your experience with the first season? Did you follow it week to week, et cetera, et cetera?
Uh, Sort of following week to week. Like I forgot that it was premiering, and the first night I watched it, it was the third week, so I watched the first 3 episodes back to back to back, and then followed week to week.
Nice. And we were like off mic. I talked with Barham a little bit about my curiosity. I mean, I don't think it plays particularly better one way or the other, but I know there's a lot of people who consumed this in a binge after it was all said and done.
Yeah,
And I definitely think that's a way to watch it. But
I think it's the way.
I really enjoyed my 15 weeks spread. Well, I guess did they do like a double premiere for the first season? I feel like they dropped
Yeah,
two
I think
episodes
there
at
was
once.
2 episodes that came out
So
for the first
14
season.
weeks. But my favorite aspect, beyond many aspects of the show, was that feeling of like, oh, this feels like old school appointment television. I'm like, returning to it. But also the fact that it was a longer run than your average, like, prestige TV series and had this unique 15 episode length, I think was the perfect bridge between like an old school network style and where we are now. And it's like, if you were gonna do this, it was kind of, they just hit the nail on the head. They brought the network sensibility to a prestige level show. And
Yeah,
it was our collective as a site. Number one, I am curious. I don't even know if we went over this in the episode, but where was it on uh your list?
I got to call that back up because
And
the
I
memories.
will say in the meantime too, though, I know the appointment television thing sounds cool, but I do feel like having binged basically the back half of it over 2 days. Um, there's something that's lost when you take yourself out of it because it's in that really intense, like like literally picking up the minute you left it. Like that has its own really just very intriguing quality as well. That it really doesn't feel like you're stopping anything. There's no like break. It just it was very intense.
I guess what I'm saying also is like I felt like I got a full meal every week, even if it wasn't like fireworks, so to speak. Even if it was a week where it was like, oh, this was more of a table setting, just kind of like a transitional hour where we maybe introduce some new patients or some new conflicts or whatever. Um, but I never came away from a week going like, oh, that was kind of just whatever. I guess we'll see if it picks up next week. It was consistently engaging the whole time. So Gav has joined us. We're not talking season two or anything. We're kind of going over these guys' experiences with season one because, of course, they were not part of our little round of pods last year. So, in that spirit, maybe we could go around the horn, starting with Mr. Brendan Riley. Let's talk favorite staffers uh, from season one, and then we can kind of move into discussing uh, some of our newbies who have been introduced in the premiere of season two. But yeah, if you had to pick a fave,
Yeah, I mean,
just to be clear, we're removing Dr. Robbie from the conversation.
yeah,
But
I was
I
gonna
want to
say,
work for him. I want to work for him so bad.
I mean, that's the obvious answer, right? But beyond Dr. Robbie, Dr. Melissa Taylor Dearden kind of stands out to me quite a bit. She's quiet pretty much the whole show. By quiet, I don't mean like non-talkative, but her life is definitely more reserved than everybody else's. Is her approach, and then you find out that she has a sibling that has special needs, and she's got this whole really like genuine feel to her. Through the acting, she feels organic. Kind of person that if you were in that type of situation, you probably want in your care, just because you're like, man, this person genuinely cares beyond all the chaos. I like her quite a bit.
Don't step on anybody else's. I said everybody could pick one.
Oh dang! All right,
No, she's a good one
fine.
though. She's a real good one.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I could go down the list and be like, everybody's great.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the show. Barum, if
Uh,
you had to pick a fave based on, I guess, mostly season one at this point.
well, let me start off first by saying there is one that I'm like, nah, fuck that dude. Old druggy doc. I forget the names. I'm terrible with
That
the
would
names.
be Dr. Frank Langdon.
Langdon. Yeah, nah, like that dude can suck a big one. Um, I don't like him. I don't empathize with him. I don't know. I missed the first like 4 episodes, and then like so. First off, when I watched it like a month ago, month and a half ago, I was at my parents' house. My mom was watching it, and I just kind of jumped in at like episode 4 or 5. So I missed like 3 or 4 episodes, and then same thing happened a couple days ago, and I just binged through. Um, so I don't know. Maybe there's something that redeemed him, made him more likable in the first like 3 episodes.
Not
I,
particularly, no.
yeah, no, I don't care for that fucking dude. But the little farm boy kid, what's the one that killed the rat?
That would be Whitaker, Dr. Dennis
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
He's
Huckleberry.
so sweet. You just want to put him in your pocket and keep
Yes,
him warm.
Huckleberry.
Like he looks like he would be like a dog that's like on the street shaking, a little bit. But then you pick it up and you take it home, and it's just like the best dog ever. Like I thought he was delightfully, and I mean the moment with Robbie where he kind of like is the thing that Robbie needs, and like sort of very very subtly and quietly without even knowing it, he sort of like saves the fucking the day. Um, I just thought there was a lot of like very subtly done things that were just showed his character throughout it. I really found myself like very very attached to him. But yeah, also the one that Brendan mentioned, you know, incredible. Like
Mel King
it's hard
to be particular. Yeah.
it's hard not to like most of them after you've been through that with them. So
Patrick, fave?
I see. I'm torn. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dana.
I like
I
that
was gonna
one.
say you took
Yeah.
my pick.
Sorry.
Dana's
ahead.
pretty dope. That was gonna be my second pick, but couldn't
I
do it.
just I love me an older sarcastic Gen Xer who hides her vulnerability behind the sarcasm and just puts up with so much shit. And then like to see the episode with the attack, and it's
Yeah.
just it's
Yeah.
you can watch that whole thing build. Like I think on classic appointment television, you would have missed it. Or it'd
Yeah.
have been so glaring in your face that it would have
Yeah.
dominated everything in such a way that you're like, oh, oh, wow. Or, you just miss it and it's like Carter getting knifed in the back and Lucy dying.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
No, I
I
agree.
just love the whole build with her.
I think when you binge that, it really fits in where you have this really intense moment, but then you're also just like, oh, okay, we don't have time to focus on that. It puts it in like the correct, I don't know, the correct level of like intensity when you're binging through it
Mm.
because it makes you snap out of it very quickly after.
yeah. Gav, anybody you want to highlight that's left on the table? Are you speaking and we can't hear you? Hello, hello. Check, check. Not getting nothing from you, bud. All right, he's gonna work on that. He's gonna work on that.
Let's all talk about
Uh,
how we feel about Gavin.
yeah, I'm just gonna. I just want to give a shout out. Oh, nope, still can't hear you, bud.
No, I can hear you is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Oh, now we can
we
hear
got you
you.
now.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I can hear you is what I'm saying now.
Okay, well, we can hear you now that you're saying that you can hear
Okay.
us. Who's
That's
your
weird.
favorite doctor or
Dr.
nurse?
Abbott. Dr. Abbott,
Okay,
the Army veteran.
Oh yeah,
Sean Hatosi.
Yeah, yeah. He's there in the beginning and then he comes back when they need him. And, you know,
He
he's
better
just,
he better be showing up in season 2.
I'm willing to bet he shows up in episode 3, which just
Hopefully
aired
for
tonight.
like the whole rest of the shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, he was a very like late in the game. You can't not love him.
Yeah. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Dr. Collins, who will not be returning for season
Which one is
2.
Dr. Collins?
That is Robbie's ex.
Oh,
who,
yeah.
Who had the miscarriage.
Oh yeah. Wow, I really liked her too.
I know. Yeah.
I was very relieved to see the charge nurse come back. Like the amount of relief I had because it ends on her just being like, I'm done. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
time. I was so relieved to see her back.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, Gav and I talked through all of season 1. We could go through highlights if we want to, but obviously we all had it pretty high on our year-end list. That's why it was our collective number 1. I think we were all super pumped with the idea that like, oh, this is not going to be your typical prestige TV experience where you fall in love with the show and then you wait 2.5 years to get another like season of it, to get another bite at the apple. They announced very quickly, no, this is gonna be like a yearly thing. It's gonna hit in January, 15 weeks of it, no bullshit, and this is how we're gonna do it. Uh, Gab and I speculated uh, throughout our coverage in season 1, well, where could they take this? And like the concept of the single day, the single shift, what days would we like to see? And we kicked around Halloween, Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, etc., all the big holidays. And they came right back with July 4th weekend. So that's where we open season 2. Dr. Robbie riding into work with no helmet on.
Mhm.
Reckless.
Very, very reckless. And then we get reintroduced to everybody in true kind of montage form as we settle into the shift. And outside of like Dr. Al-Hashimi, who's the new attending, basically the new Robbie, uh, who's going to be taking over for him. So there's tension there. We got Langdon back for his first day post, whatever stuff he had to do to get back in their good graces. And we've got of course, it's a teaching hospital, so we've got new students entering. But for the most part, it's the old gang back. Uh, how are we feeling? How are we feeling after Gav? By the way, they've Patrick and Patrick and Brendan have only seen.
No,
Excuse
me
me,
and Brendan.
Barham and Brendan have only seen the premiere. So
Oh, we were in the middle of the
not
second episode when it was
okay.
time to put
So
Maverick
so that
down, so
works
it's
out
fine.
well. We're
Yeah.
just kind of talking general thoughts. Yeah. Whoever wants to jump in, how we feeling one episode in?
I mean, I will say first off, you called her the new Robbie. No, like there's no new Robbie. She's way too corporate.
I meant in terms of position, not in
I
terms
know,
of.
but you can't compare. Like
Fair
she's
enough.
way too corporate. I hope that there's something that makes her feel more like a person and not an obstacle. Um,
And
but
there's something up with her too.
she,
Yes.
yeah,
What
she's
did
Yeah.
what did we make of the end of that first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about that. No, I'm trying to figure that out myself. I mean,
The
obviously
moment with the
you know.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, having seen episode two, I don't know if we got any real clarity on that particular moment. But
I don't think that's going to happen yet. I think
No.
that's going to be
that's a long, yeah.
a
That's more like a
mid
6, 7
season.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. But I'm very intrigued by the dynamic between the two of them. It's also Robbie's last shift before he goes on sabbatical to where did he say he's going? Or maybe that's
Uh,
not revealed till episode two. Sorry, I
yeah,
can't
did he
remember.
say? I know he's going away, but I don't remember him
See, some of this will be
specifically
hard
saying
to
anything.
talk around.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I know it
Yeah,
is said. I just can't remember if it was
It's
late
somewhere
in
it's somewhere up
season.
north,
it's like yeah,
over the border in Canada somewhere.
it's like a spiritual retreat of some
Yeah.
sort. Uh, so yeah, this is
He
his
might
last shift
mention it.
before that. Lots of tension points going on. Um, we can't, Gav, you and I kind of played the speculative game. Obviously, we've only gotten a handful of patients thus far. Um, but who, what are we intrigued by? Who are we worried about? I just want to say the moment with the deaf woman in the waiting
Yes.
room completely like, I
Yeah.
genuinely
I mean,
thought there
that's
was
gonna be
something.
going somewhere for
I thought
sure.
there was something wrong with my television. Like I thought it was genuinely that well done because I was like, "Wait, what? What's happening? What's going on
Oh
now?"
yeah,
Um, what I wanted to ask though, because it's just how my brain works, is that her baby? The baby in the
Mm,
bathroom?
No, she saw who it was, but she's not gonna be able to communicate to him.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Or not guaranteed. That's my theory. Not
Okay.
that it's her baby, but that she was watching the bathroom the entire time. And so she knows who to look for, but she's going to have a hard time conveying it to them. The same way you had,
hello.
so like last year, you had the woman who couldn't speak English. This one is a woman who
Can y'all hear me?
can't
Everything's
hear.
frozen.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you fine.
Yeah, we hear you. You're good.
Your visual is frozen, but we can hear you.
Yeah. So that's your new obstacle to this is like I said, you had the woman who spoke a really specific language last season. This season you're gonna have the woman who's, you know, deaf and hard to communicate, but she's gonna have that information of who who brought the baby in there. Because for some reason the cameras aren't gonna catch it. Even though they're looking at it, the cameras are gonna be like, kinda. The cameras are either gonna give you like a little piece and she's gonna be the person that saw it all, or cameras aren't going to help at all, and she's going to be the only one that knows who put that baby in there. But I don't think it's hers. That's my guess, my speculation.
Gotcha. Uh, the one man in the medical field. We didn't see anything too gnarly first episode, but any procedures or jargon or anything that stood out to you, Mr. Brendan Riley?
No, I mean, as per season one, you and I talked about it a few times, and I was just like, dude, yeah, I mean, it's pretty spot on. I nitpicked some minor things, you know. No, I mean, as far as like a teaching hospital goes, I like how Robbie was kind of like, hey man, like we got to let them figure it out, and we'll step in when we need to. That is pretty accurate. I side with her in the sense of like when you're a new kid on the block and you don't know what you're getting into, you kind of have to come. It's easier to like take the brakes off than it is to apply the brakes later. So it's like you come in and you lay down your law, what you want, what you expect, and then so like as much as everybody may be, oh, she's coming in here like a hardo. It's like, yeah, but we're talking about like people life and death here. It's not like some casual like, oops, I fat fingered a number, you know. So like I'm with her on this, but I am very curious uh, what's going on in the bathroom aside from the medical jargon.
And then with her coming in with the different expectations, I like because she's coming from a different medical background. Like
100%.
like Robbie's ER, like
Robbie's
he's
straight up ER, right?
and she's from the VA, and like she's never really dealt with these sort of issues. So she's coming at it more from an administrator, which is what the hospital wants. They don't want Robbie. They want what Robbie does. They just don't want how Robbie does it outside
So,
of the lines.
and what they do a really good job of is exactly what Patrick just said. Robbie is what everybody wants to be in the medical field, minus the fact that it's like really dark and you see episode 1 where he breaks down. But everybody wants to be that guy that's really good at his job, compassionate, there for everybody. But the reality, at least in the first episode, is what you get is who she is. That is the truth of the healthcare system. But Patrick, don't you do something in healthcare too, right? Or I saw something that you posted.
Yeah, I work for the Old Dominion University School of Nursing.
Okay, so
So-
yeah,
And my ER nurses, who are instructors and are one of them is the chair, like she
Yeah.
refuses to watch the show.
yeah, I've gotten a lot of that from ED people saying that they don't really care to love the show. I think around the time this came out, I was still working in the ICU, and and I were chatting. No, man, I did not see anything jargon wise that was off. The only thing,
Oh, I wasn't even asking for mistakes. I was more just like, was there
the
anything that was like, oh, that procedure was cool, or like, I'm glad they referenced that thing?
yeah. When he was massaging the heart, that was pretty cool. They talk about doing it. The way they're talking about it is pretty appropriate. In my head, I'm obviously like, yeah, he's dead.
Wait, is episode 1 where they rotated the lung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
never-
fucking
That
wild.
was intense. That was
Never-
extremely intense.
When he did that, that was one of the ones that was like, that's definitely out of my scope. I have no idea if that's real. I'm sure it is because they're not going to just put it on there. I've just never heard of it.
The medical consultant who's a doctor, they had on the post episode 2 talking about it, and that it's really important for them to get it right.
Yeah, there are two big things in episode 2 that I want to be able to talk about with you guys, but we'll save that for a later check-in. But there's some wild shit in episode 2.
And I will say, so like I was watching this with my mom. My grandmother was an ER charge nurse. Like that was her career. And so my mom throughout is just like, oh God, this woman's reminding me of my mom the entire time. Speaking of the charge nurse, and just like her kind of attitude, that sort of like very like there's a calm intensity of all of this, but just the way that she's handling everything. But I have a gripe about some of their cross contamination procedures because Robbie of all people was touching things with gloves on that he should not have touched a couple of times, and that deeply does bother me. I understand it happens in hospitals. I've been in a hospital and seen it happen. Because they're not going to get sued for a staph infection because that kind of stuff happens all the time. But like seriously, it bothers the hell out of me when people touch like phones with gloves on and things like that. He shook hands with the dog with his gloves on, and then went right back to touching people. It's horrifying.
Did not catch any of that. I was going to
It's when
transition
the
off
dog
of.
that catches the rat. He shakes its hand with his gloves on.
How do you
and
know he
then
didn't change
goes right
those
back
gloves
in-
before the next patient? Do you
No,
see him go
he
do
was
something
working on the
on camera?
patient.
Okay.
It just and I mean that's real. Like the amount of times that I've known like other tattooers that have been like, yeah, no, I was in a hospital and I watched a doctor with gloves on from treating a wound, reach up, grab a lamp or a light that had like dried blood on it that obviously had not been cleaned yet, adjust it, and then go right back to the wound.
Plus,
All
they
respect to
got
the
to
medical
save those
field.
gloves off because every time he gloves off, it's like that's Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, just all respect to the medical field, but like they don't get sued if somebody gets a staph infection. Like it is a little horrifying some of the shortcuts that they take. And I get that you have to in like trauma, like because when obviously the mass casualty thing is happening, sometimes they do, but they're also still covered in blood from like I understand that like there's some things you just can't like take the time for, but it's a little horrifying if you've ever had to take a bloodborne pathogens and infection control class. It's terrifying.
I had to
Um,
take that when I worked early childhood care for the city of Virginia Beach.
I was gonna say, actually, my mom, preschool teacher, they have to take the exact same certifications we do. It's just theirs is infant CPR instead of adult CPR for that stuff. But yeah, no, it's horrifying,
Yeah.
truly horrifying how much the world just wants to like kill you. But
uh, where else do we want to take
Well,
this?
I think Barrett's right. It certainly explains why we're all, living a little bit longer thanks to science. Because you think of the days when it was like, well, son, I'm going to have to saw your leg off, and I'll saw your leg off, and okay, and you have a toothache. All right, I've shaved sawed his leg off. Now let me deal with your toothache. And all of a sudden, the guy
we're
with the
gonna put a
toothache dies.
shotgun in your mouth and blast that tooth out.
Right? Yeah.
No, my mom and I we were talking about like the last night. Like the guy that introduced the idea of hand washing in medicine was basically like almost laughed out of the entire
Right.
medical field because people were like, "That's fucking stupid. You're gonna wash your hands before you do surgery, and then
You're just going to get
it's
It was
them
gonna
even
be like
dirtier.
then
it was actually a female. Her name was Florence Nightingale.
there you
Well,
go." But it's
I'm gonna
just
go
yeah,
out on a
it's
limb here, and I'm gonna say this right now. I'm 2 episodes in. I don't like the new student doctors.
Not a one of them.
Not
I
a
think
one
they
of them.
did. I think they did it on purpose, Patrick. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
I'm sure they did, and they're getting the right reaction because I'm reacting this way. I'm a dope. I can get played. I shut my brain off a bunch of times when I watch shows just because I'm like, I don't want to see that coming. I don't want to use any of the knowledge that I've gained over my life to predict where this is going, and they'll play me like a fiddle. I'm like that one dude who's like competing with Javati. Don't like him.
nah.
The other one, disinterested. Don't like her either.
It's just the two of them, right?
I can't remember if there's a third or not
There's
because they've only been
three.
focusing on the two of them.
Yeah, it feels like
I thought I saw three in the first
I
episode.
see
No?
same. I'm like, I feel
The
like there's
new
a phantom third one I'm not
the
thinking of.
other third one is a new RN.
That's
Yes.
paired with that's paired with Dana. That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the unhoused person, which
Yes.
escalates in episode 2. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
Don't like them. I mean, the newly minted RN I kind of like because she reminds me a bunch of the kids that I work with all the
Yeah.
time.
I'm leaving room for floppy hair to like either have a satisfying comeuppance, like a hey, you need to get like, I don't know, some sort of moment of realization, or for us to just like slowly, gradually be like, I like him, but maybe not, maybe not. Right
I am.
now, not a big fan of either one of them. Agreed.
No.
Yeah. No, I agree with that so far. I'm also
And
watching.
I think
too.
disinterested. I think it's Joy, possibly. She's gonna fuck something up. She's gonna have a Whitaker moment from season 1, and she's gonna fuck something
Okay.
up.
At the
Okay.
hospital.
Speaking of
Wait,
your
yeah, what
Whitaker
did
moment,
Whitaker fuck up?
what was your what do you think about with the old man that came in the morning rush and like all of a sudden he's Dr. Rami? What'd you think of that?
Wait, sorry, say again?
What'd you think about Whitaker when the old man from the morning rush came in and then all of a sudden he's Dr. Robbie instructing the two of them because he's the
Oh
only
no,
demented
dude!
doctor. That was probably my
Oh,
favorite
oh,
scene
I loved
of
it.
what I've
I
seen so
loved it.
far.
The unspoken, mostly unspoken relationship between the two of them, and the like, the hand. It's Mark Green, John
And
Carter shit. That's what it
exactly.
is, and
Yeah.
it's in the lineage of that ER arc. So of course I'm eating that up. That's the thing I always have my eye on. But I'm also, because this show is just a little more hard edged, I'm also prepared for them to do something with that relationship that might gut me, where there's a moment where like one of them breaks the other's heart in some sort of circumstance, uh, where it's like he he thinks like Whitaker is like, oh, this kid's excellent. He's got it all figured out, and kind of gives him a little bit too much of a leash, and he fucks something up possibly, or a moment where Robbie, fucks up in some sort of way, and Whitaker is like, "Oh, this is my hero. What's he doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I can see that.
I mean, eventually Carter and Benton have to be equals.
I like that they brought a couple APPs in. Well, actually, one, too. They only brought one in, but I'm curious how they will utilize. I can't remember his name, but it was the nurse in the last season that's now the MP.
And we haven't seen like Mateo.
Is it Mateo? I thought
from the
Mateo was the
first.
one that's the nurse practitioner now. Who's the one that they just?
The black guy with glasses is not is
It's not Mateo. What's his name?
I'm trying to get his name for you.
He's the new
Donnie,
father. Donnie,
Donnie
yeah, the new
Donnie.
father.
Donovan.
That's
Yeah.
right. My bad. Yeah. I'm curious how they utilize
But
him.
Mateo, we have not seen, and I believe he is returning this season. So
Yeah,
But so
Mateo's
wait,
the kid from Thanksgiving.
the one that
That's it.
Javati
Yeah,
is, yeah, that Javati is
but what did
crushing on.
Whitaker fuck up on in the first season?
He there. I misspoke, Baron. Excuse me. That he thinks that he fucked up with the chest compressions
He
thing,
thinks that everybody
but
he
he
touches
but he
dies.
didn't.
Mm.
Yeah.
and he
I
thinks,
mean, I
Oh
well, because
yeah,
he
misspoke.
no,
I was
he
gonna say, I
left.
remember he drilled the thing into the guy that wasn't necessary because the guy was
Well,
awake.
yeah.
But
But
that
he
that
left.
was not really a fuck up, just unnecessary.
He also
Yes.
left the patient sitting out, thinking he was okay, and realized that he had coded and was like dying right there. So he started the whole thing, and Robbie was like, "You didn't know? Like I thought he was fine. I thought he was just sleeping, but he had actually passed because Winter kind of like set him aside and the outside of a room. And when he went back to check him, realized, oh shit, like he's not." He wasn't on a monitor, so there's no
Okay.
way to know that he was crashing. And so Whitaker feels like if I'd have just said something to him or like checked him earlier, I might have caught it. He wouldn't have died. Robbie's like, it happens, man. Like PP just left this mortal coil. That's it. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I'm thinking like the fuck I'm thinking is like, is it Santos with the scalpel to the foot?
yes.
That
Oh God.
which delightful. Love every bit of that.
Yeah. So we're not no big like fans or defenders of Langdon here, obviously. What do
Yeah,
we?
I'll defend him. Hold up, I'll defend him
Oh,
for
oh,
sure.
okay,
No,
okay,
you
Brent.
got you gotta
I'll do
fully
the
be
other.
Nurse Jackie to pull
I'll
that
defend the
shit off.
other.
You gotta.
No, dude. Like people, you don't know what they're fighting. You don't know what their history is. They see some and go through some pretty messed up things between their own lives, and then having to come to work, and you don't really get any reprieve from it. And I've seen it happen. I've seen people that were great nurses, took great care of people, and they were taking drugs from the hospital. Taking it from another patient's stash is kind of another level of grime, but nonetheless, the battle that he's having internally is still pretty dark. So, do I have sympathy for him? For sure. I mean, how many people sit here and watch people die every single day of their life?
It's
It's
true.
not that though. It's not what he's doing. It's the way he reacts to being caught. Because like I've known people, I've worked with people that were addicted
Uh,
to benzos and were literally falling asleep sitting up, like they'd be drawing at their desk sitting up, like nodding out on benzos.
no, I kind of
What made
disagree with
me
that
not like
because
him?
you have a complex that you need to maintain while you're at work. You have an identity that is what you're showing people, and then when that clashes with
Oh
the
yeah,
darkness,
yeah.
then it's really
I'm saying like
difficult to maintain the two. So
it's not that he has the pill problem or even that he's stealing them that makes me not like him. It's the way he reacts when he's called out on it, where he's just doing this whole like, it's not what you think, it's not what you think, and the guy's like, okay, then what is it? And he's like, okay, yeah, it is exactly what you think, but and it's this whole thing where the way that he reacts to it is what makes me dislike him. It's not the addiction, it's not the problem, it's not
It's
anything
the
about like the core of what he was
Well,
doing.
and
it's
again,
the
to be
cop out because he
fair,
It's the
throws it
lack of
right.
accountability.
He throws it right back at Robbie, like, "Why you had a meltdown, dude? Like, what the hell, man?" So it's like
Exactly. Yeah,
he
like
cops out real quick. Yeah,
he
there's
cops out and
that, and
he
let's
doesn't
be
accept like I fucked up.
let's be
Like he
clear.
doesn't.
Let's be clear. I like Langdon was unlikable before any of that was revealed. To me personally, he was the hotshot, you know, handsome dickhead young doctor. I was just like he and Gavin and I talked about this. It was like, yo, you're not Doug Ross. Like, slow
exactly,
the fuck
exactly.
down.
You are
You're
no
not
George
George
Clooney.
Clooney. Chill the fuck out. And so we just immediately were kind of like, fuck this guy. Again, I think the performance is great. I have no problem, no issues
Oh
on
yeah.
that front. Just the character to me was kind of set up from the get-go
Well, it's
as,
the way he was treating like Santos. Like, was there something in that first few episodes that I missed where like I'm
Yeah,
assuming she
that's
saw
well,
he
so
noticed that
Baron,
she saw him stealing drugs.
that's something
Santos.
that you I
Yeah,
think maybe miss a little bit of is like we didn't I would say in like when you probably if you go back and listen to us talk about the first stretch, we didn't care for Santos. And I don't
yeah,
think you're meant
Hmm.
to. In the first chunk of the first season,
Yeah.
she is very like a very harsh character, very hard to like. And then part of you like coming around on her is the arc with like the child abuse and the arc with what happens with Langdon and how she handles all of that and navigates it is like kind of what endears you to her and ends up we haven't shouted her out, but I mean she's one of my favorite characters on the show
Oh,
as well.
absolutely. And that but that
When
But
was
yeah,
part of it
that's
was that
when
something
I
you
was
might
weighing
that's something I
between
would
one and
say you
two,
kind of missed on the first four. Is that she comes in um kind of cocksure herself, she's kind of the Langdon of the new recruits.
yeah.
And so when they kind of bring them into conflict with
fair.
each other, it was very,
And I can see that, but I can also see where Langdon, the way that he was treated, where he's just doing the trip, you don't have what it takes to be here. Like, why are you even here? Because I'm assuming he noticed her noticing him doing sketchy shit.
yeah.
Like, oh, you're
Right
just
away,
totally
but
gonna
She
yeah.
like,
catches on to it pretty quickly. Yeah.
yeah, I knew she caught on to it. I'm assuming he noticed some part of
Oh
that because
yeah.
he's side eyeing every time she's talking to anybody.
Because
Um,
Robbie paired the two of them together in like the first or second episode to do stuff,
Yeah.
and he catches on that she is a hot shot, and he's like, "Slow your roll. You're not where I'm at yet. You're still here. You're jumping at everything. You're trying to do everything. Chill out." And she's like, "All right, whatever." And then she starts to notice, wait a minute, this guy's kind of a cocky dickhead. He thinks he's Doug Ross. What's going on here? You know. So yeah, that's what you miss in the first couple with that too. But yeah. Yep.
Also, I think I'm a little personally biased. If y'all have a Picard season one, she's like the thing that the actress is the sort of the person that everything in Picard season one centers around, and it's an incredible show, and you should all watch it.
I've watched it. That's why I love her.
Yeah, it really just I'm biased because of that, but
Like
Issa
when I was
she's
Briones.
choosing, it
great.
was between Dana and her, and I went with Dana because I gotta stick up for my older peeps.
Oh yeah, no, and just the badass charge nurse, like that's the person that like is gonna keep. If I'm in that ER for whatever reason, I'm in there. That's the one that's keeping me like, okay, I'm all right, because that woman is here running shit.
Yeah. Um, any other pit related speculation for I has anybody watched the trailer? Because
Yeah.
it
No,
does give away. Okay. Um,
I would like to know whether there's any more. Is it Gerati and her mom,
uh,
the real young?
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
they had
Yeah,
a run in either in late episode one or early episode two.
Yeah,
It's going
someone.
to be a thing because Santos is like, hey, I'll do a double residency.
Yeah, I'll do the
I'll take on your
position that you're
mom.
not wanting to take from your mom and like go up to
I do
surgery.
vaguely remember. Okay,
I think that's
but yeah,
episode
like
one.
Yeah, I think so.
I
And
found one of the
then
most satisfying little moments in the first season to be when she's just like, "Mom, read the fucking room," and like handles her shit, and then immediately makes the crazy save with the bag and the whole thing, the tubes and the whole thing. that was extraordinarily satisfying to me.
Yeah, but there's this whole thing in episode 2 with Whitaker that I just wanted to talk about, but I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it after this, so like I'm not worried if you spoil it personally, but like I don't want to speak for everybody.
Yeah,
Like it ain't gonna
I'm
hurt
not.
me.
I can wait.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in it. We'll know to
Yeah,
talk
we
about it next
we
time.
just wanted to at least kick off that yes, we will in fact be covering the Pit season 2 in our sporadic fashion, making our rounds every once in a while. And now that we know, we got Barham, we got Patrick and Brendan following along, and potentially Evan and Tim. I don't know if they watch this show or not. We should find out. But yeah, we'll be checking in sporadically. I am curious while I've got some of you here. Uh, just because you mentioned Patrick, why no interest in Fallout? The
Yeah, I was
cast,
wondering.
the content. Um,
Never interacted with the video game. Never bought into the concept. Have seen. I mean, I like what's his name.
I figured that's what I was trying to gauge. Is I was like, I'm pretty sure he's a Goggins fan though, and
Yeah,
it's a great
Oh
Goggins
yeah.
showcase.
Well, I
but it's
also
just
like the
like
game.
there's so many mythologies for me that I'm already invested in, and I didn't have I bounced off the video game, so it was like I don't have it in me to go in for another a heavy mythology.
I feel you on that because it is. I think our level of
Understandable.
satisfaction with it is how well it captures the
The
spirit of the
mood.
games and
Yeah.
translates it to a like narrative is to our
It did.
mind kind of the best done in the television realm yet because
Yeah.
obviously Last of Us is more of a one-to-one sort of thing. Fallout is like a hey, we're going to take this experience and translate it to a narrative show.
It so
Yeah.
perfectly captures the tone and the sense of humor, like really just dark, twisted humor of the game. Only other one that I've seen do it that like any kind of video game adaptation or something like that is Twisted Metal. And I've never played the game Twisted Metal, so I don't even know if that's actually matching the tone or if that's all its own. I just know that it is a video game based show. But
Brendan, have you
no,
watched
Fallout.
any of Fallout and are you up to date on season 2?
Yeah, I've seen the whole first season. The whole first season was, uh, I dare I say, amazing. I, I was just so fun and entertaining to me, dude. Um, yeah, I thought it was great.
Where are you at on season 2?
I haven't watched it yet, primarily because it is one of those ones that I know that I binge, you know?
I
Mhm.
feel you. Yeah.
So I'm like waiting
I mean,
for
you
it.
only got 2 more weeks basically, but
Yeah. And so I'll
okay.
probably start watching it. I'll probably start watching it next week. The only thing on my mind right now is Bones with You tomorrow. And then after that, I'll probably end up starting Fallout next week. I
Okay.
love Fallout.
So we can.
And, you
Okay,
know,
go.
and on the shallow end, Ella Purnell is not fun to look at.
Fair enough.
I will not disagree with that.
Mm.
um, well, yeah. So we
So
can tease all of that. We'll probably just do a Fallout season 2 wrap up after everybody's had time to binge through it in a couple weeks. That'll also be our next pit check in. But I think we'll lead with the pit, and then Patrick, if you want to bail at the end of that one for the Fallout section, totally understandable. But we won't make you sit through all of that at the top of an episode since you're not following.
Yeah.
But also, as Brendan just mentioned. Uh, and Barum, I don't know if you're planning on coming or not, but
I was gonna say,
I
what
will be
time are
taking
y'all
a
doing it?
sec. It's probably gonna be an evening showing, probably like 9:30.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
It's gonna
Okay,
be
I'm out of school. I'm not going to Richmond because they're apparently potentially getting around 2 feet of snow over the weekend, and I'm not driving up there to have all my clients not be able to get there. So I'm pushing that back.
We're
No, I understand.
Um,
We canceled our DNP weekend.
Yeah, dude, you saying that is pretty crazy. When I saw that in the text group, I was
Yeah.
like,
even here,
that's a
they're
whole
talking about
cohort
possibly
of people.
canceling school. Like Monday, Tuesday, they're talking about canceling things here too. I mean,
Oh wow.
So, um, unless there's, I don't think any chance of the weather is supposed to get bad like tomorrow night, is it? Or like early Friday, anything?
I
I
don't know,
know
Noah?
but
up
if
here
you
it
want to come, you're welcome to hang and stay here. I just have to get up super early in the morning and leave on Friday, but you can leave whenever.
We're looking late Sunday, like Monday here, Barham. Like it's moving down
But
from
yes,
Virginia over the weekend. It'll be down here by like Sunday, Monday.
Okay, so
regardless,
yeah,
tomorrow
I
night
just don't want to get stuck, you know.
I'm taking a second trip to the Bone Temple. Patrick will be taking a trip very soon too.
yeah.
Uh, Brendan's taking his first trip, but we will all be back, including Evan, who I think sees it tomorrow.
Tomorrow as well, yeah.
That's what
Oh
he said.
yeah.
We will all
No,
be
that
back very soon with our first full-length feature review of 2026.
can
28
I just
years
real
later, the
quickly
Bone Temple. Yes, Baron.
so 28 years later, no, I think you're the only one here who's knows Tari, who's met Tari. Tari does not like zombie movies. Tari fucking hates zombie movies. Tari is my very close friend who is asleep on the couch right over there. Um, Tari hates zombie movies. I convinced Tari to go see or to watch 28 Years Later with me back in October, I think. And Tari, of all people, got super sucked in and was like, "Oh my god, this is incredible!" And has now since gone Bone Temple, and then we did the days and weeks earlier this week, and it just I've never seen a movie convert someone who is so averse to a genre so quickly. Um, like they would still say, like Tari would say, "I hate zombie movies. I don't get down for that." But it is just there's something about the 28 franchise, particularly Years and Bone Temple, that is it just it's transcendent of genres. It is so much its own thing. Absolutely
Absolutely.
incredible.
Um, yeah, not to overhype it too much for Brendan and Patrick, but I will just say I liked 28 Years Later a lot. It was in my top 25 of last year. The Bone Temple fucking rocks so much harder. I could not
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
believe it.
Preach it.
It is a high bar that has already been set 1 month into the year. This is this is the thing to beat for a while. I was
Really, it's
astounded.
not doing well
Like
box office though.
I'm very disappointed, and that's why also I want to do said episode after everybody's seen it, so that hopefully we can advocate for it even more. But I genuinely, uh, I think it is like shoulder to shoulder with the other best movie in the franchise. Is
I
all I want to say.
I've been
I was
asked
Yeah.
absolutely blown away.
I've been asked a couple times by a few people, like, "Yo, did you see it yet?" Like people that know that I like
Hmm.
to go to the movies and been like, "Dude, just whatever you're doing, stop and go see this."
It's just I can't.
It is
It
so
is one
like
of those. I can't imagine anybody that comes out of it in any
in a
way just like
genre
disappointed. It's just like, holy shit, that was
well,
all the things.
in a genre that feels like it's been so played out, especially after The Walking Dead like ran it into the ground. They somehow managed to stay true to like some of the core elements of what made like early good, Dawn of the Dead type stuff, like zombie movies, interesting. But it is so unique, and I don't know how they managed to do that in such a rode hard and put away wet genre. Um, to keep it as fresh and as unique as they do. It's
Well, we will explore
masterpiece.
that in much depth on a future episode with Mr. Evan Tuig as well, and maybe we'll even get old Timmy Niles if he can make a trip to the theater. But any other what we've been watching, movie related perhaps, since we've been chatting TV, that anybody wants to shout out before we wrap this puppy up?
Uh, it's streaming, so I caught The Long Walk.
Yeah.
I'm disturbed.
in a
Yeah,
in a good or
that's horrifying.
Yeah.
are you upset that we had it so high on the year-end list
No,
or no?
no,
Okay.
no. It's one of those. Kind of wish I hadn't watched it because it's kind of living there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of those disturbs.
for
And do
sure.
the words "I did it wrong" now like make you have a panic attack? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But
and
yeah, powerful, powerful movie.
Have not revisited it, and don't really plan to,
fair, fair. I don't think I'm going to either.
but stand by my ranking from last year, which I think I had it in my top like 6 or 7. So great movie, great movie. Gab, have you seen that one yet?
No, it's on Stars. I don't have Stars anymore.
Yeah.
Stars,
Stars. Yeah.
Stars.
I
dude,
forgot stars existed.
Raccoon City.
I've got waiting.
I still have like 7 different Stars channels on cable
Oh,
and
I
the on
got I
demand option.
Well, I had it the year the Maverick was born because it was like $2 for 6 months, and I was like, well, Becky will be at home. And then when the 6 months was up, they were like, how about six more for $3? And I said, sure, why not? And then when it got back to the year, they're like, okay, so for like 17 a month, I was like, nope, I'm done. And I just canceled it like last February in February 25. So I haven't
Oh,
had it since.
Gav.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just my brain started bird walking when you did the Stars thing.
Yeah.
Is it the 30-year anniversary
Yeah.
for the whole franchise?
Yeah.
You're getting a new game in February
Uh-huh.
and a new movie, presumably in the summer or the fall.
As far as I know, I'm gonna have to go
I
scrounge
feel.
up some money and buy a PS5.
I was gonna say. I feel like
for
we
what?
got uh
Resident Evil.
just Resident Evil. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
30th year anniversary of the first game. I just
Oh,
realized that. I was like, that's 96, right? Um,
September 18th of this year, Zach Kreger.
September
Dear
18th.
God, we're all
Yeah,
aging.
so maybe in the run up to that, because that'll be
Yeah.
pre Arctober. But maybe in the run up to that, we do a little Resident Evil rewind of some sort. Maybe we finally talk the Paul W.S. Anderson movies. Maybe I watch all the sequels that I
We
never
can,
watched.
you
Maybe
just do
we.
one Apocalypse and maybe Extinction, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. Don't do the stuff where he brings in Claire and Leon and Chris and by terrible actors. Don't do that. Just
Well,
the first.
you can curate it, but I'm saying if you want to do a little Resident Evil run up miniseries, I think that would be fun.
I saw
I'm
the
just
first one in
brainstorming
theaters.
stuff for.
Yeah.
Oh, so did we. So did we. I think we kind of convinced ourselves it was good.
Yeah.
We saw the
I
I
second one
still
in the
I
theater
convinced
too.
myself it was a movie.
The second one still for a long time I was like, if you're gonna do video game movies, but you don't want to do them just like the game, you could do this because it looked enough like it that I was like, hey,
Yeah,
this
that
is a
was
good
still in
one.
the era of like Mortal Kombat when we were like, hey, yeah, of seeing like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I believe in the same theater that we saw those two Resident
Yes.
Evil movies in, and being like, this passes, this is
Yeah.
enough. Like,
hmm
they're kind of in the right outfits.
Well, in that
Yeah,
doc,
sure, they recast some people. Okay.
well, in that doc that I watched about Romero, somebody makes the point of like, well, famously, Paul W.S. Anderson was like, "Oh, I've never, I love the games, but if I had the choice, I'd make my own. I wouldn't do something about the games." And they're like, "Well, you made Mortal Kombat," and somebody's like, "Well, he didn't write Mortal Kombat. He like wrote and directed Resident Evil. So like when he got a chance to do his own, he did flip it on its head and be like, this isn't about anything you've seen in a game." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Why would you, Whereas if you watch that doc, everything that they speak of, that they have on record of what Romero had written, his treatment, besides changing Chris to a Native American, which I'm not upset about, everything else sounded like it would have been perfect if you just got vaguely the similar looking actors from the video game, or even called the people who did all the live action shoots, because they do talk to the guy who was in all the movie footage for the original game. He's like, we were in Vancouver over the weekend, and like, I don't know what we were doing, but like, we shot it, and I was like, okay. And the next thing I know, like, people are coming up to me like, oh, you were in that, you were in the game. And I was like, what are you talking about? But I just, I really wish somebody could just. I know Krager's movie is not going to be based off the franchise. It's going to be similar. It'll be around. It'll be another story. But it's so cinematic to begin with. You could do so many things with it. very simply. You don't have to try that hard, and you could have a huge cash cow in your hand. And I just don't understand why no one's been able to get the formula right with that.
Well,
It's like trying to make a Metal Gear
hopefully,
Solid movie. Why would you do that?
yeah.
Why, Oscar? Why would you do it, Oscar? Why do you want to do it, Oscar? What's your problem?
I would, I
I'll
would
make
still watch it if they make it.
I mean, I would, yeah,
Watch
totally,
it
of
if they
course. Are
make
you
it.
kidding? Are you kidding me? Of course I'd watch it.
Yeah. Um,
Speaking of video game adaptations, I'm just going to take a second to advocate again for Twisted Metal. It's
Oh
on
no,
I
Peacock,
believe
I
this is
believe.
probably like the fifth or sixth time on this podcast
hey,
that you've shouted out Twisted Metal.
he's not wrong,
It's
dude.
so good.
It's so fucking funny. The second one turns
I
it. The second
watched the
season turns
pilot
it
with
up.
them and enjoyed
Yeah, watch the
And
rest
yeah,
of the
no,
series and watch the second one when they get Axel in there. You get
it's so good.
Sweet Tooth, and then you get dude. It's so fucking good.
I did not ever expect to be that delighted with it. It was kind of just a random, let's throw something on, and almost immediately got sucked in. The chemistry between the two main characters
Yes,
is just
1000%.
delightful. They work so well together. I've in the Marvel movies, I never liked him as much as I did in like a single episode of that show.
Yeah,
Um,
that was when Becky was like, "Ooh, Twisted Metal. What's this about?" I was like, "It's based off a game." So the whole first season, when there was stuff to the game, I was like, "Oh, this is in the game. That's in the game." When you get to season two, and you introduce, I don't know who the actor who plays NoHo Hank. When you introduce him as Calypso,
yeah,
every other episode I'm turning to Becky like, this is from the game. This is a thing in the game. She's like, okay. I was like, just but she is the one who found it and it was like, this looks neat. I want to watch it. And I was like, okay, it's another video game like TV's okay, whatever. And then after the third episode of the first season, we were hooked and she was like, when's it coming back? And we got to the point this year that like literally almost all the episodes came out, and I was like, hello, we've got Twisted Metal to watch it. She was like, holy shit. So we binged the entire series up to I think like the last two, and then we watched the last two after they like had come out, and she was waiting. I was like, don't worry,
it's
they're gonna get a three. I'm sure they'll get a three.
yeah, it's just so good. It's like it's delightfully like dark, like fucked up humor. It kind of like Fallout has that like very unique like sense of like this weird dark humor that's just kind of
Right.
like twisted up. It's got a similar kind of vibe where it's definitely its own brand of that, but it works. It doesn't pull you out. Like it just fits within the world that they're living in. Like the humor
Exactly.
works so well.
Exactly.
Um, while being gratuitously violent
Exactly.
at the same time. Like it is gratuitously
Yes,
violent.
1000%, dude.
Gav, did you see your boy Ryan Hurst is going to be
Yes,
Kratos in the God of War series?
I cannot wait to see how they're gonna do that.
I'm very, very curiously optimistic as well. I will say we talked about this during season one of Fallout, but now that it's been kind of, the groundwork has been laid, uh, visually speaking, and how you can do these long form, I need the BioShock TV show very,
Oh
very
yeah.
soon.
I would
Very,
so
very,
love
very
to see
soon.
that. I never even played them, but I remember watching people play them and knowing just enough about it to be like, this
I feel like
is
for
a
Amazon, it's the perfect follow-up to whenever they cap Fallout, which to me seems like it's probably a 3 to 5 season show. I'm not sure.
Oh, but dude,
Um,
like you could do Fallout indefinitely if you wanted. You could
you
run Fallout as
could.
much as you want as you did The
yeah.
Walking
You could
Dead.
literally just start it, do another one, pick up in another city somewhere.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
the beauty of it.
do exactly what the games have done,
Yeah,
or
Amazon
slightly
will
change
do
up
it
instead of
till
a
it
vault
gets too
dweller.
expensive.
true.
Yeah, and it is.
Mm.
I will say, even into the second season, it's a really good look. Like it nails the aesthetic of the show, and it's a really good looking, high production value show
Dude,
for what it is.
Becky got me today. I look at my phone, I got a photo, and it says Walton Goggins hospitalized, and I'm like, oh no, and it says with back pain after carrying the entire Fallout franchise on his back, and I was like, dude. I looked at her when she got home from work, and I was like, hey, Noah got me with the same thing for Mortal Kombat. Noah sent me a thing after we went to see Mortal Kombat, and it was like actor who plays Kano hospitalized for back pain because he's carried the entire movie. And she was like, isn't there another one of those coming out? I was like, yes, it got
Yeah, we
pushed.
get.
It'll be out this year. So if
Yeah, that's right.
let's
We
go
get Carl Urban as
as
Johnny
Johnny Cage,
Cage.
dude. I'm saying if this
Wait,
Bone Temple thing
does
works
Carl
out,
have?
go ahead,
I was
man.
gonna say, is his hair long or short?
Short.
Okay, so it's technically sci-fi then, not fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fun.
yes, Mortal Kombat would be
Okay.
technically considered.
No. I got
No,
what Byron
it's
was going for
fantasy.
there. Thank you.
It's fantasy. Yeah. Oh man. All right.
It's like Burt Reynolds never made a bad movie without a mustache or a good movie with one.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
it's just there's certain things. And if Carl Urban's hair is long, it's fantasy. If it's short, it's sci-fi.
Fine.
It's
What if you can't see his hair because you got a helmet on?
mm,
Then it's the best thing ever, right? Like they should make a sequel or do a series or
yeah.
something.
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry.
That's dangerous territory.
I will preach that Dredd needs to have a sequel or a TV show with him. He needs to be Judge Dredd again. I need to see it before
I'm
I die.
pretty sure they're doing that, Gav.
I've been
Oh,
pretty sure
good.
they've been doing it for a long time.
They've been, yeah, it's definitely been in the works, but I think post Boys that might actually be a thing though. On Amazon potentially.
Mm.
What I would really like is for Alex Garland to come and direct some of it, or at least like, at least do the pilot. That would be cool. But he's got to go make Elden Ring. We ended up talking about a lot of video game
Okay.
adaptations in this Pit episode, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Gentlemen, I personally I'm a little sleepy. I'm still adjusting to my new work schedule. Um, in the later record time, I'm just being honest.
Hear you,
I'm
bud.
totally down to leave the mics running for you guys, but also if you want to call it a night, we can call it.
No, I gotta be up at 6:30 in the morning, and I just spent the last like before I got on here, like I don't know, 5 hours passed out on the couch. So I need to go. Like I don't know. I think I'm supposed to eat at some point,
You should probably do that.
or something.
Um, well, I'm glad we waited though, because we got a nice heavy dose of my brother, and that was the whole goal.
I
So,
appreciate you guys waiting
Love
for
it.
me.
Always a
Yeah.
delight.
of
He actually
course,
went to sleep a lot sooner than I thought because last night, my God, it took him an hour almost of laying down to be like, bro, we get it. You did not nap today. Could you just go to sleep?
yeah.
As much as I
Well,
tried to put you down, you would not go down for a nap. Can you just go to sleep today, please?
said now
So,
that we're not, specifically handing over hosting duties to Mayfield and trying to match with his schedule, we can definitely aim for a little bit later start time if that works for everybody on certain evenings. But yeah, coming up next, Bone Temple discussion. That's what I'm most excited about, and then we'll be checking in with these TV shows sporadically. I'll also
Sounds
shout
good.
out everybody watch Industry season 4. Catch up on it if you haven't watched any of it. It's on HBO, and also Primal season 3. It's 2 episodes deep. Highly recommend. Also available on HBO via Adult Swim.
is
Uh,
anybody going to try and do a Night of the Seven Kingdoms or no?
oh, excuse me, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, I'm
asking.
I'm
Excuse
I
me.
actually
haven't.
really excited about
I
that.
Wait,
haven't yet.
has nobody watched it yet?
I
I
haven't
need.
yet.
I was
Oh,
going
I've been
to.
waiting for a few.
I
I
watched.
want a few deep before I get into
I
it.
watched it Sunday night, same night as episode 2 of Industry. I'm fully into the HBO Sunday night is back. Um, the
Have you read
pilot
it?
rocked. The pilot rocked. No, I haven't read it.
Okay, good,
Have you
good.
you gave me the graphic novelization of it,
I know I did
which is how I first got introduced, and
because I know you like those things. So
I hope it's
that's why
better
I
than
got
Life
that
it
for
from
is
you.
Westeros or
the,
House
the
of
the
the
Yeah.
Dragon.
novellas are so much more digestible than like the full scope of the novels, and they are just nothing but delightful and fun. Depending on how they pace it, I think it could be a really wonderful like 3 seasons, a season a novella. Just so much more digestible and so much more or so much less room for someone to completely destroy a beloved piece of literature.
As far as I
Um,
know, the game plan is 6 episodes, so British TV style,
Yeah.
and we're looking at like 35 to 45-minute episodes. These are not hour-long HBO.
really?
It
Oh,
is
no,
like
okay.
I mean,
half out. It's almost like Mandalorian run times, actually, now that I think about it. The pilot rocked. I'm
Okay.
very excited. I'm digging it.
well,
I
you
know
have so
enough
much less.
from. Sorry, go ahead, bro.
I was just say the scope of it is so much less than it because I keep thinking Game of Thrones, but like Game of Thrones has all the different POVs and different perspectives. It's so much more focused in. I could see that working nicely with that shorter runtime.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so we can definitely check in with that as well.
Yeah.
So we'll have a couple
Hell yeah.
things running on the TV front. and hopefully some other movies to get excited about during what is normally Dumpuary, but Nia DaCosta said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna give you one of the best movies of the year. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. Can't wait for Patrick to see it. Hope he doesn't have a hard disagreement with us on this, but we'll see what happens.
It would be a
Very,
lively discussion.
be a very
I
lively
mean,
discussion.
but
I think it's gonna be a lively discussion regardless of how
I
whether
agree.
people
I
are
agree.
positive or negative on it. So
I mean, I loved her Candyman.
I
Yeah.
yes,
I
this is
did
Is
not
a
enjoy her
tour de
Marvel
force.
movie.
I did not see her Marvel movie.
what was her Marvel movie?
The Marvels.
Oh no, I didn't know she did that. I thought this was her next thing after
I mean,
Candyman, but that's
that's Marvel though.
hey, you do one for you, you do
Her
one for
ne-
them, you do one for you,
well,
you
and
do one for them.
her next thing after that was actually Hedda, which was on Prime last year with that was yeah Tessa Thompson.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, no, real
it got
quick,
a few noms here
real
and there. I
quick.
still need to catch up with it. Go ahead.
Is the woman when the woman shows up with Dr. Robbie, is that episode 1 or 2? Like the the new like official hospital lady.
Oh, episode 1.
Okay, when she walked in, I turned to Becky. I was like, "Does she not look like Tandy Newton? Is this not a John Carter reboot? She's got like really Tandy
Is
Newton
it?
vibes. He's gonna hook up with her. He's gonna go abroad on this little thing, like his little sabbatical. Maybe she comes back pregnant. Maybe in season 4, it's like, what are we doing here? And then we find out, oh, Dr. Robbie's actually rich as hell, which is why he can just do this because he doesn't need to worry about work. You know,
Maybe,
he's John Carter's long lost cousin. Okay, I'm just
probably.
kidding.
I
I
do.
noticed that with her,
I
and I was
do
like,
love
dude.
how all of the the ad copy for all of the Pitt advertisements that like they read on podcasts right
Hmm.
now are all like 15 must see episodes. And I'm like, dude, they are just walking the line with that lawsuit where they're just like, nope, nope, we beat the charges. We're just going to reference must see TV. We have nothing to do with ER. 15 must see episodes. It's so funny,
I
dude.
mean, and also it's so hard not to because it's not in addition to Carter, because I will always call him Carter. I don't care. In addition to Carter, it's John Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy that Wells directed the first episode. I was like, hell yeah, there you go.
I mean, it like the font at the end. I swear it's the ER font.
It's just
On
a
the
si-
credits.
it's just a one text, just a little bit bigger. Theirs was a 12. This is a 13. It's that simple.
Oh, I also have to say the new ambient score that they introduced, I think at the end of episode 2.
Oh
Also
yeah, yeah,
dope, as good as the first season.
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy, I think is his name Gavin Brevik or something like that. I have to look up his name. But yeah, good shit. Anyways, all right. Until next time for the Archive podcast, I have been Noah.
And I have been Gavin.
We've been the Blanchard brothers, and we've been joined by Mr. Barham Williams, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, and Mr. Brendan Riley, who is no longer here. And we would like to say to all of you, thank you for listening. Gav, nothing. You got anything?
I was trying to come up with something related to the pit, like, and make sure you have your patient passport ready next time
Oh no, you gotta
on
do
Thursdays.
That was good.
In the
No,
pit.
I remember how you did it now. No, you
What
were
did I
like,
used to do? I forget.
it was just, well, I didn't do the proper ending, which is, until next time you've been listening to what we've been watching, and you go, clear, like you do like a shot, you did like a shot. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that now. Clear, glitch.
Yeah. We'll remember it
Yeah.
for next time. All right.
That'll work.
Okay.